Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with the new... Let me just grab something right here. The new horror pack for this month. Now, the past few months of the horror pack have been pretty mediocre. Last month wasn't too bad. Because we got this... I think it might have been last month. I cannot be too sure. I'm sure it was. We got a little film called The Booth, which was some Japanese horror film I had never heard of before. And it was actually fairly entertaining. So, I forget what else we had, but here goes nothing. Got 4 movies here, one with a slipcase. Let's save the slipcase one for last, because that might be something good. Okay, go for the top one, and... Okay, first one is a film called Annalise the Exorcist Tapes. This is a film from the Asylum. Now, one of my complaints I had with the pack from a couple months back was that I think it was like either 3 or 2 of the titles we received were from the Asylum. The Asylum hasn't really produced anything decent. The only thing that they've produced that was half decent was Sharknado and Snakes on a Train. They also made Transmorphers, which wasn't good, but it was kind of fun. This looks like it looks like it's some kind of history's most famous possession captured on film. And again, like with all fucking Asylum movies, I'm trying to get it on spin without the light glaring on it. Right there in the corner, they have a big warning. Not a big warning, but like a decent sized warning label. Like, oh, this film contains this, this, and this. You shouldn't watch it. Or you shouldn't let your kids watch it. Gonna go ahead and open it anyway, because even if it's absolutely the worst thing I've ever seen, it's gonna go in my collection, because I like taking up space on shelves. Oh. Huh. Christ. There's nothing else in the back. Okay. I mean, there's some hope that this could be at least somewhat bad, entertaining in a bad way, but I do not have any hope at all for this film. Actually, was Rise of the Zombies, which is another one that Asylum produced. That wasn't very good, but I kind of liked it. So, yeah, the first one is Annalise the Exorcist Tapes, which that looks bad. It bothers me that this camera is like a little not... Okay, there we go. It just felt weird, kind of not... Okay, there we go. Yeah, Annalise the Exorcist Tapes, that looks bad. Next one, let's hope something good. It's something good, but it's a movie I already own, so I'm not even going to bother to open it. Probably just going to sell this. It's a Mike Flanagan film, and I will say this, I went to go see this like the weekend it came out, and the theater was completely empty. I had heard like some people say it was okay, and I knew like right off the bat when I saw the trailers that this was going to be terrible. And when I saw that me and like my family were the only ones in the theater, I knew this was going to be absolutely terrible. And then at the end of the movie, after everything was said and done, I was the only one out of the entire group that was like, hey, that was actually a pretty, solid little movie. And I'm talking about Oculus. Now, I'm not trying to put this movie down, because the Oculus is actually a fairly solid movie. And the short film it's based on, which I think should be a special feature on all the releases of it. I know on the Blu-ray it's a special feature. But the short film it's based on, Oculus Chapter 3, A Man with a Plan, was really good. And just as good as the feature, I would say. But I don't know, I really liked Oculus. It's a really solid movie. So I'm gonna give. I mean, I do already own this, but I'm gonna give Horror Pack credit because that's actually a really good movie. Let's see, what's the next one? Okay, this one I can't even really be mad about because I don't own this, and it's kind of one of my favorite bad giant bug movies. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's and I know some people absolutely hate this movie, and I can completely understand why you would hate this movie, because it's really bad. But it's a little damaged, but it's cool. It's Eight-Legged Freaks. I mean, I'm not even mad. I like this movie. I think it's pretty entertaining. It's got a surprisingly decent amount of special features. I never realized this movie had this many special features. Yeah, if you haven't seen Eight-Legged Freaks, it's essentially, imagine Tremors, but essentially it's Tremors, but with giant spiders instead of giant crappy CG spiders instead of practical, like practical giant worms. And this is one of those old cardboard cases, which these things are like, I didn't even think they made these anymore. You know what, I'm just gonna stop before I even, because I know I'm gonna destroy this fucking case if I actually try and peel this security seal off. So I'm just gonna try and cut it. I'm surprised they still make these, oh! And the disc was loose. That's a good sign. So, is this a... And inside you have a thing to send in to get a free issue of Teen People magazine. Alright. So, on top of this having stickers on it that are probably going to damage the case if we try to peel them off. Yep, just like I expected. Damages the case if we try to peel it off. And this, I'm not going to blame the horror pack for this, because this is just the shitty packaging of the company they bought it from. I'm honestly surprised they still make these old cardboard cases to this day. So, looks like we're just going to have to peel this off carefully as to not damage the fucking case. Of course, we are going to damage it immensely. This has become a tape peeling ASMR video already. And again, I may be saying negative things about this case, but this is not on the horror pack, so I will not blame them at all. And at least they're sending out something that's fun and entertaining instead of sending out the usual. They're at least not usual as in like they do it all the time, but like over the past couple months, you know, just kind of crappy independent supernatural films. You know, because they're starting to mix it up a bit. I mean, well, no, that's 2 supernatural films. So if the next one in the pack is a supernatural film, then as long as it's a good one, I'll be happy. But let's have a little look here. These cardboard cases are notorious for being easy to damage, and yeah, I mean, if you can't see that, there's a crack like right here, and it's apparent on the back. There's some damage. And the disc is a bit scratched, but I know how to fix that. That's the fucking Ohio way to fix it. No, fuck, my stomach. I promise I'm not rubbing my stomach. I'm trying to clean this DVD. Ah, stop. Okay, yeah, that's better. Yeah, it wasn't really any scratches. It was just a couple little scuffs. So yeah, the packaging on this is terrible. I didn't even know they still made these crappy cardboard cases anymore, but apparently they do, because I just got one sealed. So yeah, I'm not gonna blame the shitty packaging on this on Horror Pack, but this is actually this is a fun movie. If you haven't seen Eight-Legged Freaks, I'd say give it a shot. If you like bad movies, it's fun. I just spent like 6 minutes talking about Eight-Legged Freaks. Last one. Please let it be something good. And it's another Maneater series film. We got one of these, one of the previous months. Yeah, we did. What is it? Am I about to knock over my shelf? Okay, no, we're good. We got one of these titles previous month called Yeti, which is a Yeti horror film. I mean, not that there because there aren't many actual like specifically Yeti horror films. I mean, there are Bigfoot horror films, which some of those are fun. Night of the Demon is probably the best. The one where, if you don't know about Night of the Demon, there's a scene in Night of the Demon where Bigfoot literally rips this biker's dick off, and that's the whole scene. But the one we got is another Maneater series movie, and it's called Croc. Croc of shit, more like. Let's crock this thing open and see what we got inside. Ha! I'm funny. So yeah, we got another killer animal movie that probably isn't good. Man, I bet you guys are like watching me bet you guys enjoy watching me just peel shit in these fucking videos because I don't want to do this the proper way. Okay, there. Ah, come on. Son of a bitch. Peel. There we go. And then we just kind of wrap it around the plastic that we balled up, and that's how you throw away DVD garbage. Wow. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. This is actually kind of not cool, but at least kind of funny. So on the cover, crocodile mouth, woman swimming, got a pair of fucking scuba goggles next to her. Then you open it on the disc, she's gone. The croc got her. Look, all I'm gonna say is if this really bad looking CGI crocodile is what the crocodile looks like in this movie, which I'm sure that's what it does look like, I'm either in for some shit or in for some laughs. I really hope for some laughs, but at least this time they're mixing it up a bit. I mean, it's not all supernatural stuff. We got two creature features. One of them was good, so it's another horror pack where I've seen at least a couple movies out of it, and the couple that I've seen are actually pretty solid. And then we got a couple that are like pretty fucking forgettable. And we also got a free issue with Teen People magazine if you ever want that. So I guess that's... Might as well just fucking start picking up the trash in my room while I'm at it. And then, no, just not seal it yet. This didn't come in the horror pack. This is something I bought myself, and this is actually something good that I bought completely on a blind buy. Unlike, the Annalise, The Exorcist tapes, which is probably going to be bad, which is something I got on a blind buy. It's the new one from Introvision, which they're releasing Suffer Little Children at the end of this month, which I'm going to have to pick that up. But, it's, their new release of Dark Harvest and Escapes. Dark Harvest is a shot-on-video scarecrow movie that's pretty entertainingly bad, and Escapes is an anthology, made-for-TV anthology film with Vincent Price, which is another one that's bad, but it's fun. But yeah, new release of from Introvision of Dark Harvest and Escapes. Pretty good stuff. I like it. I like that release. That's a pretty good one. But that's actually it for now. I have nothing else to talk about or planned. But if you want to get yourself a horror pack, and you want to risk it every month, I mean, I like doing this because it's a good way to bulk up the collection. It's a good way to get some stuff that might be a little underrated or underseen, and it's a good way to get stuff that you might not own as of yet. Not that Eight-Legged Freaks is something that's like uncommon. It's a decently common movie, but I just haven't really gone out and bought it yet. But yeah, gonna sell Oculus though, or give that to somebody as a present. But yeah, if you wanna subscribe to the Horror Pack, give it a shot. I would recommend give it a shot. Some months are missed, some months are hit. But yeah, if you want to subscribe, links in the description. And that's really fucking it for now. This is Biscuit Boo Horror Reviews, signing off. Peace.